In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create and add a watermark in CapCut PC. So you can see we've got a text-based watermark on this video. I hope you can see it well. And I'm going to show you how you can create this in this quick video. This can be done very easily, so let me show you how. You can also do this with your logo. So if you've got a transparent logo that you want to add, you can go ahead and add this to CapCut and use that as your watermark as well. First, you need to head over to CapCut. Obviously, you need to create a project in your desired dimensions. Then, once you've finished editing the whole thing, then I would add the watermark. I wouldn't add the watermark at the start, only once you've finished editing. So your project may look a lot different and a lot more complex to mine. Now, what you need to do is go to the text icon in the top left-hand corner. This will give you some options to generate text. You can generate just the default text, or if you go to effects, you can choose any of these effects. Now, because this is a watermark and the watermark really should just say whose footage it is and who owns the footage, it should be simple in my opinion. So I'm going to drag on default text. Now, once you drag it on, you can notice the text only will appear for a couple of seconds. What I would do straight off the bat is make sure you stretch this to your whole clip, to the start and end. So your watermark will display for the whole duration of your clip. Now, what you can do from here, you can go ahead and make sure you've got the text layer selected, and it will then open up this window in the top right. Here you can change the text here, or if you just double click on the text, you can just change it. So I'm going to put here KnowledgeBase. Now you can type out obviously your company or whatever else you want to watermark. Now what I would do is I would go to the font and change it to something which is bold, which stands out, which matches your theme. So I'll just go with a very simple bold font. So we'll go with this one and we'll increase the font size a little bit, and I'll actually also make it bold as well. I'm going to keep the color on white, but depending on the colors in your clip, you might want to change this to black or white or even gray, because the contrast issues and things like that. Now, one last thing that you're going to need to do is if you scroll down a little bit more, you will see opacity. So right now the text is obviously over the video, and we want to turn down the opacity a little bit so people can see through the text. So to do that, you will click on the text again, then go to the opacity slider and you can bring this down. Now, how far you bring this down is really up to you. It depends what your objective is. I'm just going to leave it on 25%, which seems to be okay for me, and I'll move it up to the top of the page. Now we could right click and copy this and then paste this again. So we have two text layers, and we could then drag one to the top and one to the bottom. We could copy the other text layer and we could have the third one here as well. Depends how bad you want to watermark your image. But there you go. That's pretty much all you need to do. Make sure it stretches for your whole video. And then you can just play your video and just make sure that the watermark looks good with all areas and throughout all scenes. If you're happy with it, you can then go and export, and you've now got a watermark in CapCut. I hope that helped.